Good afternoon and welcome to Riga, Latvia. We are here for the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships. We're taking a look at the Volvo Sports Centre, and the game this evening is from draw 14. It will be China taking on the host nation Latvia. Some of the colourful fans in this evening to watch the game. Some of the supporters made their way from Scotland over here to support their team, and Canada, they've got a strong support out here. So take a look at the teams. Team China, Yang Zhu, Qing Shang Wei at second, Yin Li at third, Bingji Wang at skip. So, Team Latvia, Dace Minka at lead, Tranda Bikshi at second, Eva Krista at third, and the skip Iveta Stasa Suna. So they would take a look at the standings. Scotland and Sweden way out front, 7-1. Teams we are featuring this evening, there they are. China 3-5 and Latvia propping up the table at the bottom. China still with an outside chance of maybe making the playoffs, but can't afford to drop any more. So, draw 14, there is other games underway. Canada taking on Switzerland in a really important one over there on sheet A. Sweden taking on Russia, and Scotland taking on Italy. It'll be China taking on Latvia here. China with the red stones, Latvia yellow, and I am joined by Sander Wolfag here on the bench. So Sander, what do you expect from this game?
To be honest, I'm not really sure. I haven't really seen Latvia play too much. I know that Iveta has been left with some draws against multiple stones over and over again. So they've seemed to have struggled this week, the Latvian team. China, on the other hand, world champion, haven't really pulled off too many good games this week. It's a bit of a bingo call for me. I'm not really sure. I think it's all down to how well China will be able to play. I think we all know which level Latvia is going to be at. They're not the best team out here this week. But with a good game, they can certainly beat Ben Yuang here.
Yeah, they've had plenty of chances to win some games, but just haven't managed to go over the winning line. So, China, I think, didn't get off to a confident start, which has put pay to their chances. But if they could reel off 3 wins, they might be knocking on the door. So, Qing Shang Wei.
Well, even if they don't make the playoffs, certainly the games they have left are quite important when it comes to just harvesting Olympic points for next year. So still a lot to play for China. Certainly going to see them push on to win all their remaining games. Starting with this one here this evening. Bit of a defensive start to the end. Not uncommon. This is Sanda Bikshi. Playing the hit. Would be nice to stick around here, having last on, but we'll roll out. We'll see the rules of play. It's 6 ends minimum here in the round robin stages. You have 73 minutes per team, and you're allowed 1 coach interaction.
Yeah, so a cautious start here in the first. Play all in the house. And that one just comes down and hits on the nose. So Latvia do have last stone advantage. So that's maybe why China just saying, okay, let's keep things nice and steady.
So this is Yin Liu throwing third stones for China. Just looking for the nose hit, really makes it nice. And Eva Krusta, third for Latvia. Also just looking for the hit here. Even just check to the wing would be nice. And she will. That's a nice shot there.
Yeah, trying to just spread the play, find out exactly what's happening with the sheet of ice.
So this Latvian team did win the B group at the European Championships just last December in Karlstad, beating Norway in the final. Usually you have a challenge game for the World Championship spot. They were supposed to play Andrea Schupp of Germany, but obviously since they're host nation, they didn't play that game. And Andrea Schupp was left off the hook with that one.
Yeah, so they've earned their place here at the World Championships. But it's a steep learning curve. All these teams are fairly good.
I think it's a good learning experience for the Latvian team, as they will play the Europeans, the A group next year. This is Bing Yu Wang, skipper of China. As we mentioned, just not having their greatest week, and they didn't really have their best week last year either in the World Championship. Placed 11th last year, second to last. And it's just a bit strange knowing that they got the silver medal in 2008. They won it in 2009, and as even in 2011 they got the bronze medal. So not really sure what's happening with this team. If it's they're putting less time into the curling or personal life changes, it's really hard to pinpoint. But they're not the same team as they were just a couple of years back.
Yeah, I think maybe some teams get a bit stale when you're living, breathing, everything curling. Sometimes good to mix it up and maybe just change a couple of members of the team, or change the way you practice, change your environment. Even the club you practice at, it's maybe good to change. So these curlers have just been maybe stale, playing same positions for the last 5 or 6 years, so maybe need a slight change.
So down to the Latvian skip here, Iveta Stasasune. Gotta come wide here. A little over curl. We'll give Binyuang a chance to practice her draw weight.
Yeah, so China with a chance just to find draw weight with this. And I think Wang is maybe just going to throw this one right through. Doesn't manage to hang around, so Latvia a chance maybe just to corner freeze this.
Down to the last stone though, Kenny.
So it is the last stone. Thanks for reminding me. So
yeah,
just gonna be a throw through, I expect.
Yep, blank then here. Retain hammer. Last stone of the first end here. Just playing down the line here to maybe get some information. Just gonna check how much it curls out of this path. And the first end will be blanked. No score yet in that game between Latvia and China.
So back with the action. China taking on Latvia here in the Volvo Sports Centre. And this is Dace Munga for Latvia, trying to do a takeout. So I'm sure China will be pretty happy with the way things are going in this game. They don't need to really get involved, although they don't have the hammer. You've got to feel that they're the ones that could really turn the screw and apply a bit of pressure any time they want. I think they're just trying to maybe suss out the ice.
Might just be hoping for a simple force as well. Just one miss from Latvia to maybe lie to try and get hammered like this one. Exactly like that. Speaking of the devil, here comes the miss. Maybe China was looking for. I think it placed a center guard and maybe get the force and get hammer and try and maybe score a couple themselves. Not wanting to get too involved without last stone. So this Chinese team play out of Harbin. The word Harbin actually means a place for drying fishing nets. It's an old fishing town, but now it's populated with close to 6 million people. One of the biggest cities in northeastern China. And Harbin did host the Winter University Games back in 2009.
So have they made the double? They have, but they do roll away themselves.
Bit of a mistake there from China. Came too deep, allowed that double. Was a good chance for them to apply a wee bit of pressure without risking too much, but now there's no stones in the house. And China's just going to be looking to draw to the top before again.
So just putting this one into the 4 foot, and again Latvia just going to run this one right through, hopefully. Just over curls and rolls out of play. And that's the difference between this E division and the...
Just throw the stone the same way all the time. Shouldn't be a problem to just put up the broom and play the shot. Certainly there's a combination of things. How you throw it, how much ice you take, and reading the ice. This is Wei Dongtan, coach of Team China. Nicole Strausak, the coach of Team Latvia.
Yeah, she'll be pretty happy with the way things have gone so far in this game. We've seen Latvia lose maybe 2 or 3 shots in the first end, so they've certainly not done that here. Kept things nice and tight. So, do you expect China maybe to push Latvia into a bit of a guard game in the third end, Sander?
Certainly hope so. Can't really say for sure though. Might just be happy with keeping things simple as well. Evening draw. Got a couple of games tomorrow. Just Saves a bit of energy. We'll just have to wait and see, I think. Everyone's here to root on their team.
So this one just hung around the 8 foot. All they needed to do with that one. Take a look at Eva Krusta, the third for Latvia, holding the broom. How's this one looking? Right on the nose. So you'll see Big Jiwang not sliding with conventional broom. He's elected to use the new style crutch. Grabbing by a couple of inches.
Man jau tagad ir mājas beigas.
Nu jā, bet mēs nulējam.
Nu jā.
Jā, jā.
Bet primāri viņi izsaka.
So final stone of the second end.
Ātrāks! Yep.
Only one stone in play. Looking for a takeout. I would like to run and retain last stone advantage. And no problem. So no score here after 2 ends. Not too many stones in play.
Kāpēc tu gribēji laist viņu?
Nē, man likās, ka viņš iet.
Into the third end. No score here between China and Latvia. Draw 14 of the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships from the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia.
OK，16秒8。
Māju, man liekas, ne? Man vienīgais viņas ies pa taisno iekšā. Varbūt viņas ies
So this time we do get a centre guard, and let's hope we get a few stones in play.
Liekam mājā. Ok, liekam malā. Ņemsim nost. Jā.
Maybe not necessary to clean that stone the whole way down.
下前插，可以了，可以了。哦，可以，可以。
So, centre guard and a nice draw around.
破背。
8 noteikti. Jā, tur arī.
Yeah, so Latvia gotta watch they don't get themselves sucked into too difficult a game here, because we've not got the ability of the young Chinese team. That's maybe why we've seen them keep things clean, very simple.
Not terrible of a shot there. But you will see China just throw a stone at the top of the 12 here. Maybe even just guard this one.
OK。
It's going to make Latvia have to move things around.
底线 OK 啊。站位的话就放，能擦一擦。能可以把线路开了，可以了。这量太小了，地边滑动还是不行。
Well dropped the guard. Just didn't find the best spot for the double peel on the guards is very on for Latvia.
Yeah, not a great spot, but they're not going to come around. They're going to peel the guards off, which is probably a correct call. A big key for Latvia, trying the double rip. Just manages the single. So, a chance for China to put another guard up. Do you think they'll be going long, or will they be coming right in on top of this?
Well, the call with the previous shot was to come into the top of the 12, so I guess they're just going to call that same shot again.
Nē, no otras puses. Tu negribēji mēģināt?
So I think I'd be tempted to
No šīs puses negribēji.
try and double with this rather than just go for the single. Yeah. They've changed their mind now, that's what they're going for.
Taisnā puse.
Jā.
It's a bit of a tricky shot.
That one is really curling hard. Is this going to overcurl? I think it is. And a bit of a disaster. So straightforward guard will be called on this one. And this one maybe going to overcurl, is it? No, pretty perfect there.
It's going to be hard to remove everything here.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty hard. For Stone. Not quite doing enough.
Yeah, he's got a jam at the back even, removing their... Yep. Goes for the double, and they'll make it. I'm not sure if they could have done more there. Scores 1 anyway. So 1-0 for Team Canada after 2 ends against Switzerland.
Yeah, so a whole lot of garbage out front for China to hide behind now. Krusta for Latvia, needing a good one here. And that is not what was asked for. And you've got to think if China can swing another one round, maybe top 8 foot, don't need to come in at the 4 foot, they might leave a slash double. China would look good for a steal here in the third.
Certainly worth a go here.
Just mentioned earlier, Jing Wang pleased with that crutch. Generally, it's more conventional to use a broom. Do you agree with them in the sport, Sander? I know people think they should be outlawed and banned, and there's been a bit of a statement made about them, but
yeah, I don't really care what you use. You could use a milk carton for what I care. I guess she's using it just to level out her shoulders. Maybe just an approach, trying to better things after an 11th place at the Worlds last year.
This gets in for a second shot. It's great. It's actually ended up pretty good though.
Well, if she had a broom, she could help out.
See, that is the downside to having the crutch, is you can't actually help your team to sweep with it.
And sometimes that might be a good thing though, if at least that won't be in your mind that you know, just right after you release the stone, you jump up to like kind of help your sweepers. I know some juniors tend to do that, not really trusting their front end. So it shouldn't be a problem here though. Wang has played well, just a bit over 100 games at the World Championship. Has one of each medal. Ding ding.
Round 3. So I think they're actually going to try and drive a red onto that yellow. This is very dangerous. You end up pushing that yellow through the hole. Giving up the single shot here in the third isn't a disaster, but giving up 2 or 3 would be. So got to be careful with this one. Not playing big weight at this one. And that's what they've done. They've picked it through the hole. Again, maybe tactically a little naive.
Yeah, that was a big risk right there. And again, if you can't really pull off the shot, it's not really going to work out for you. Bin Wang in China now lying 2 with a chance to draw for 3. And Iveta might just have to play a similar run back to score here. Don't think you want to be sitting right next to your shot stone here. Don't want to leave a pocket for Iveta to run her stone into. Even just top 8 here is pretty good for Bin Wang. Oh well, okay. So they're just looking for the guard actually, Kenny. Just want to sit in the pocket of the 2 guards here. And I think she does that quite nicely. Not quite sure if there's a shot left now for Iveta. It might just be the hole onto the raise. So, yeah, it might just be a hole there. At least you should be able to pick off the top red in the house. You might even redirect off the top red and onto the shot stone here. It's gonna have to be close here. See what happens. Don't want to give up a steal of 2. Steal 1 is not the end of the world. So working this hard for line. And we'll get one there. Just to wiggled her way through there.
Yeah, I think they can count themselves very fortunate. If that curls an inch more or even an inch less, they are giving up 2, possibly 3. But get out of it, only giving up the single point. So China lead 1-0 after 3 ends.
Back in action here, and the fourth end. China plays Latvia in our future game of the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championship. After 2 blank ends, he finally got some stones in play, and Skip, Iveta, Stasa play the run back to cut China down to 1. And China will come into the rings. And now Latvia will put up the corner guard, looking to score a couple of points back. 75% so far this week for Deis Munka. Oh, horrific numbers, but you certainly should be above 80 playing as a lead at the World Championship. Ganshu at 84%. Certainly not the player that's let the Chinese team down this week. But again, playing lead is not all about just positioning your stones. It's about sweeping, making that wake call, dragging that last stone draw to the 1 foot against 5. So it's a team effort, really. And I think it's a bit harsh to just look at the numbers. There's certainly a lot more that you can contribute with than just playing your shots, backing up your team, keeping up morale, everything else. You feel like teams always look to have one person on the team that, you know, can really either get you firing or, you know, maybe comfort you or just help you along the way.
Yeah, I think some teams will try and have a bit of a joker in the pack, really, just to try and lift morale. These teams do spend a lot of time with each other. They're traveling the world. So there you see Qingshan Wei, sorry, 79%.
You got to make sure that the teams are fit on a personal level. It's certainly not going to work out if you're not going to be good friends. You know, some curlers will sleep in the same room as one of their teammates more days in a year than their spouse, so it's just important to get along.
So important Latvia don't get themselves in the same trouble as they did in the third, and this end is beginning to build the same way.
Certainly China's going to let Latvia try and peel away the guards. They weren't really solid with doing that in the previous end. So for them, I think it's all about just guarding the shot stone. So as Latvia look to peel the guards, we're going to hop on over to sheet A That's Canada with a 1 point lead after 2 ends. Tiernan Soni skip for Switzerland. Is looking to score a point back herself.
And that is not where they wanted to hit that one. And like N3, there's a lot of garbage out front. And Latvia looking in trouble now.
So just looking at Tiernan Soni's draw here. Against 2. They'll settle down on the 4 foot. So 1 each over there after 3 ends. And again, as you said, Kenny, clearing play of Latvia, it's not really up to scratch here. Not really being able to fence off the guards.
So just trying to block the gap, I think. Krusta for Latvia. Makes a double peel. Opens that right shot up on the center line. Yen Lee, 76%. A little lower than she would have liked. But this one ending up in a great spot. Which will mean the only call Latvia really have is to peel the centre once again, but electing to play the come around. They feel that guard's too long. So trying to come around and chip this red through. Actually, plays a really nice shot.
Yeah, pretty perfect there. And will be interesting to see what China now does. Sheet D, Scotland playing Italy. Diana Gaspari up against her here. Even Muirhead's been so solid this week. In turn draw. It looks like for the Scot.
Yeah, draw for 2. All 3 supers in, working this one really hard. Hamilton, Sloan and Adams. Have they got it? I think they have. That's a great shot by Eve Muirhead. Has had her draw weight perfect all week. 3-2, they now lead.
Actually not terrible numbers for Binyuang. Had skip that with 78%. Oh, just going to feather the guard here. I was a bit shy on weight.
Yeah, I think so. That was probably what made it curl a little bit more than they expected. Just the weight coming off it. So that'd be a good chance to maybe get another one in and behind.
Nē, nu, uz 8 mēs likām galvā. Tagad ir platāk.
Jā, bet tas starts paskaties.
So just discussing what weight to throw out here. I don't think they have thrown a draw out this line, so I think it'll be a little bit of guesswork going on.
Iveta Stasa here, drawing around the guards. Chance to light two. Waiting for this one to settle down. The line's pretty good. It's going to slip a bit too deep here though, and will allow Bin Yuang to follow that draw.
Yeah, just about 2 or 3 feet too far. So freeze will need to be right back on this. Don't want to sit open, and they've nose hit for 3. So quite a big shot.
Well, the guard is so long, Kenny, it shouldn't be a problem to find some cover.
Got to be past the guard though.
The guard is almost not in play here. So Iveta overcurled that by a mile. Comes a bit wide, but I think there's enough finish here to get this one buried. And will come down to the last shot. Very nice draw by Bin Yuang.
Yeah, probably there to tap it back just for the single point. Just enough to make it awkward for
we're looking at
Stasa Suna.
Well, if you saw how much Iveta actually passed the guard by, it shouldn't be a problem to just sneak by the guard and draw to the 1 foot here. I can't really believe that Bin Yuang would curl more than Iveta on the in-turn here. So I think you could easily come to the inside of this red one. Just need to throw the perfect weight. Just don't overthrow it. Just throw top 8 and let the sweepers work it down. Score your 1. So a bit of a mistake coming too deep with that first one. There was a real chance to score a couple. But we're down to the last stone of the 4th end. Iveta Stasa. 1 down on China. Now looking to tie things up with a nice draw. Maybe a bit too hot this one. Really needs to sneak by the guard. Comes closer than Bin Yuang, but has a lot more weight. Will it come to the inside? It will not. Just a bit too much on that. Couldn't quite get the curl. And China steals again, 2-0.
So fifth end. What can China do to get back into this? They trail Latvia 2-0. 2 steals on the board for China. Smunker for Latvia. Always been sort of chasing Yang Zhu, the Chinese lead. Hasn't quite managed to get the stones in the best position, which has resulted in the Latvian team really not getting a foothold in this game.
Not quite being able to play the draw here either. Pulls up short. And Zhu Yan can now come around their centre guard. So a little bit tight here for line. Will they sneak it past? Yes, they will. Great sweeping and brings that down to the top of the fort. Oh, very
tight
close.
do you like it?
So I think the call here is just to tap the eel. If you're ever outside, you might just tap it via the red centre guard. It'd be nice to just roll a wee bit away from the middle of the sheet. Maybe leave yourself a corner guard here. Well, I think she hit the stone in the right spot, just didn't have enough weight. Not quite sure how much that does for Latvia.
Yeah, China 2 up now. So I think the game plan will be just to make sure they don't give up any more than 2.
Yeah, maybe if this was the second end, you might have seen them throw the guard on this, just to put some pressure on Latvia, but just don't want to take any risk.
So moving over to Sweden, Russia. Anna Sidrova sitting 4 against, having to draw to pick up a single point. What can she do? This one looking rather pacey. Catches an outside edge and rolls right through, and it will be a steal of 4 for Sweden. Sweden now lead 5-1 after 4 ends. So when we were away, Latvia managed to run one of the guards back, remove the red, and set shot stone. China made it past the guard. Oh, just got it, and also caught the shot stone as well.
Yeah, a bit unlucky there. And a good chance for Latvia to get a couple of stones in the house. You'll see it again, just feathers that one, both of them actually. And keeps them lined up. That's still the run back available for China.
Big she for Latvia. Looking to play the tap up, I think. And doesn't really do much. Is there a gap there now, Sander?
Yeah, not quite sure, Kenny. I know, I don't think so. So, kind of push that red one off a little bit. It was angled right onto the yellow, and has left another yellow in front of the house, so it's not terrible right there. Does it get something out of the shot? So, I guess China doesn't really want to remove their red center guard. They want to keep it there. So then running a yellow down instead. Feeling maybe also this yellow guard might be dangerous for them later. That's a very nice run back. Doubles them away. But plenty of cover now for Latvia to come around the corner.
Yeah, it was a nice stone. Just drives the yellow back onto the yellow in the house and rolls both of them out of play. And I think Latvia are trying to split maybe. No, they're going to remove this top red. I don't really see the point in hitting this top one.
I certainly think the draw around the corner would be the best option there.
So a tight game over on sheet A is Canada, Switzerland. Rachel Oman was sitting in a great position. Tiranzoni throws that one on the button. Rachel Oman trying to peel everything out of her play. As she picked it, great effort, but only gets the single.
What a life-saving shot by Tiranzoni there.
So China elected to come around the guards, but just caught it on the edge and run into the 12-foot. So still Latvia getting chances in this game. Just rolled the wrong way. So chance for Bing Ji Wang to hit and roll right across. And has a lot of room and a lot of cover. Around 4 and 5 feet to play with this one.
Just hanging light at the moment. And it's way off. off the roll there. It's the wrong side of the stone.
这侧好直啊，这块。
And now leaves a draw for Latvia to come around. Good thing is they are drawing around their own stone here.
Kāds domā, Dafrīs, cik stipri?
Nu, 5. 6.
Ja viņš iet tālāk, tad uz 8. Ja? Jā, nu, mājas tā, bet līdz 3. Bet tāpat pie 8.
Kā tev, Zanda, krita viņi? Kā tev šitie krita? Draudz. Jo tur ir tā, ka sākums ir taisnīgs, un pēc tam beigas krīt.
Beigas viņam krīt. Jā. Es domāju, ka būs labi.
Cik vaiga?
8.
Bet, nu, viņi tu noturēt, principā, var tikai sākumu.
Jā.
8, ja?
Jā.
Viņš pieturās. Viņš pieturās.
So can Latvia make something of this? And that's nice. So it puts a bit of doubt in the mind of China. Bing Ji Wang, do you run the front one back, or do you go after the yellow, top of the 12? If you get rather tight to that guard, you might just feather it and push it in, and you might end up with a draw for 3.
就直接把它保掉吧。保掉的话，他1分内不还有2分吗？哦，那就还是选一个。对，我觉得还是选一个行。还是选进吧。
I think I might be tempted to run the double here, but they're actually now going for the draw at front end. As apparently asked Ben Yuang, why not the draw? And she says, sure, why not?
Yeah, I think the reason they want to go for the draw is purely because of that fact they might give up 3. Let's play the scoreboard. If they can turn the hammer in 5 ends, they've done their job really.
Yeah, I mean, you could play the run that way. You're only giving up 2.
They've actually got to go back of the forefoot with this one.
Yeah, just
guards angled up, ready to go right back onto the button.
Just need to lie sharp though. This is looking pretty good actually. And comes to the perfect spot, I think. As you said, Kenny, those guards were pretty lined up towards the forefoot, so I think that's an excellent spot. I'm not even sure if Iveta can come down onto this and tap it for 2. I think it might be there.
Yeah,
It's
it's just
really
there.
hard.
You've got to play the perfect weight, Sander. Get quite cute with the guard though, but if you do get cute with the guard, you might chip it in for shot. So it's probably a risk over reward shot.
Ja viņi jau grib viņu pabīdīt, bet man liekas, tas ir tā bišķiņ nereāli.
Cik daudz viņš ir jāpabīd?
Nu, kāda akmens tiesa varbūt vairāk. Nu, atsakot, ejam iekšā, nu, ja viņš tur griežās un tur tā iet, nu, tad labi.
7-5.
7-5?
Jā.
So final stone of the 5th end.
Nē, tad neko.
Latvia trying to get on the board. What can they do? Stasa Suna trying to draw for 1. Have they got enough weight? Have they got enough weight? They haven't. Sweepers left that one short, and it will be another steal for Team China. So 3-0 China lead through 5 ends. N3 of China versus Latvia. Latvia facing 2 reds, trying to drive one back, get a little lucky, and it would be a steal of 1 point to China. 4th end, China sitting 1 in the forefoot. Latvia trying to come down and tap them back for possibly a single. This one just sitting a little high, pushing it back on to the other yellow, and another steal for China. 2-0 into the 5th end. China once again sitting 1 back of the 8-foot. Skip Iveta Stasasuna trying to draw for a single. Sweepers left it too late. That would pull up short, and another point on the board for China, and the score is 3-0 through 5 ends. So elsewhere, Canada and Switzerland, they're having a tight affair over in sheet A, 2-1. Canada are leading that one. Sweden, they're going good against Russia, 6-1. They lead. And Scotland, they are 4-2 up over Italy. So I think the halftime chat from Chinese coaching staff will be a happy one. Haven't really been under too much pressure. Latvia still in the game though, seeking their first win here at the World Championships. Here we take a look at the stats. China 82%, Latvia 59%. 3 stolen points. That is all the points that have been scored in this game. The big percentage difference is probably in the draws, way down at 44% for Latvia. So this magnificent arena, the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia. is the venue for the Titlis Glacier Mountain Women's World Curling Championships 2013.
点线 OK， 6区，擦一擦，确保进来啊。有点小啊，加油，这边滑应该可以的。3，哦，还可以啊，看着擦，6区，擦一擦，6有，看着擦，6，再来点不够，擦一擦 L， 拍，这水平，15秒。我给你自己说。
So Sander, what do you think the halftime chat would have been from the team coach of Latvia?
Well, it's kind of hard to say. It's not like they made too many bad calls. It's just about the execution. So I guess you just need to lay on them some positive words, saying we can still win this game. We're only 3 down, 5 ends to go. It's a long game. Be patient and just wait for your chance and then pounce.
Yep, Yan Zhu, 100%, and I think that's probably an accurate stat. Hasn't done anything wrong that I've seen anyway.
Yeah, she's also been solid for the rest of the week also. Putting up some good numbers. That lead, playing above 80% on average. Not sure if this one was meant to be in the house. Sure, it could be. They're up by 3, so they don't need a centre guard.
So surprisingly, Latvia hitting that one. I think I might have been tempted just to bump them back of tee, Sander. These stones back of tee are going to be Latvia's friend later in the end. They could act as catchers for their yellow stones.
Yeah, I certainly agree there. Again, I just want to keep those stones around, just try and bump everything back a wee bit, maybe create a nest. Certainly if play hits here, and if you might even roll out of play, China can just rip the guard and then you're left with nothing. And you have to wait till the next end. You can't really afford to waste too many ends. Although it's nice to be patient, and there are 5 ends to go. You kind of really have to go for a score fight. 59% for Sanda. Big sheet. Certainly not the numbers you're hoping for before you start the game. Again, playing a hit here. I'm just going to line you open, so just not really applying any pressure on the Chinese. Qing Chengyu at 65%. That's not a lot better, really. But we'll make a nice nose hit here. Big sheet. Again then with the up weight. Needs to roll somewhere. Well, not quite for Big Sheet.
So Iveta Krusta, 74%. And playing relatively well, but just catching things the wrong side, which is not helping our teammates.
Actually over sweeping this one. And will roll out.
I think Bingqing Wang actually caught that Yellowstone and nearly stopped it in the rings. So not a great sweep by the skip.
Bit of a mistake there. Was looking to peel the corner gardens, just run out, but leaves a guard for Latvia to come around.
So one guard in play, Latvia looking to hide. And we're going to have to start making a game of it. If this is going to go the full 10 ends.
Yeah, not quite the perfect draw there by the Latvian third. Especially hard when your opposing third player, Yin Liu, is playing 96%. Makes it just a bit harder. And often you'll be left with tougher shots then. 68 for Bin Yuang. But she has made a couple of key shots. For instance, that draw in the fifth came around with our last one when Latvia were looking so good to score two. Ended up stealing with that draw. So sometimes just the key shots are more important than the percentages. Also made a really nice draw in the third end. And they also stole. So just a couple of key shots from Bin Yuang has really made things difficult for Latvia. They were looking quite good in the third and the fifth, and just that one draw from Bin Yuang just destroyed their deuce.
Yeah, I think if Latvia could get around this corner, maybe top of the 8 foot. Don't want to go too deep. That would allow trying to come down at some sort of weight. I think they're wanting a mistake, so I think that's where they need to place it.
Viņam ideāli būtu palikt pieskarties, sarkanajam, bet ja viņš ir stiprāks, tad vēl kad labāk riktīgi uz beigām.
So they're coming on the in turn.
8-0, ja?
53% for Iveta. Basically just making half her shots here. Well, if she didn't make this one, she should make the second one, according to the stats.
Well, China will probably just throw one in here, anywhere in the house, to make Latvia draw against 2.
Might as well be top 4 though. Could steal again.
Doesn't want to slip back a tee and make it easy for Latvia. Want this top of the tee.
So I think Bin Yuang is just calling this one wide, looking for a line. Well, they need to drag it. Just trying to keep it alive here at the end to get some extra finish. And look at this. Oh, that's a beautiful draw by Bin Yuang. Maybe just slipped that foot too deep, but that is
no way if they do.
Nu, tīlains, lai viņš, ja viņš tā kā pasistu, viņu būtu ideāli, bet viņam ir jāpasit, lai viņš pies. 8-0.
So it needs to come around the guard, tap the red back. Final stone of the 6th end.
Nav iegriezt, nav iegriezt. Nav iegriezt.
How is this one looking?
Certainly close. And there we go. Finally, Latvia on the scoreboard with a single point in the 6th end. But China will now have last stone and a 2-point lead.
So welcome back to the Titlis Glacier Women's World Curling Championships, coming to you live from the Volvo Sports Centre, Riga, Latvia. The host nation, Latvia, trail China 3-1 through 6 ends. What can China do with last stone advantage? 3 points they have scored, all been steals. think we've worked out straight away what
14秒3。
China's plan here is. Probably to blank this or wait for a mistake.
Certainly wouldn't be a horrible option to blank the 7th. Try and score in the 8th instead. That's something you haven't really seen teams do too much this week. That's to control the even ends. If you blank the 7th here, you might just allow yourself to have hammered twice in the 8th and 10th. And allowing Latvia only to have hammer the one time in 9th. So if they can blank the end, certainly would certainly be the better option. Now they're freezing the yellow, and I guess that's just to kind of try and make Latvia roll out the house so they can peel the guard off. But they're not going to quite get the line here, so it might very well be Latvia line 2 now. I don't mind the freeze, but maybe they should have waited for a better spot to play it. We head over to sheet B to Anna Sidorova of Team Russia with her last stone, trailing by 5 now, looking to score a couple in the 6th to come back in the game. And doesn't look to be a problem for Sidorova. Will be a bit heavy, but will score 2. Still trailing by 3 though. 6 shots to 3 lead for Sweden after 6 ends. We just saw Latvia roll out on their hit and stick, and yet again the freeze is called. I guess again playing the freeze, or just hoping that Latvia might roll out, but I think you just played the hit here. There's a pretty good chance that Latvia is going to roll out anyway, to be honest. And what I mean is, I don't think Latvia could play 5 hit and sticks in a row.
Now hitting and rolling in behind, but they have pushed that other yellow out of play. So will China play the come around, or will they take the guard?
I'm a bit surprised they're just not coming down in hack weight to tap the yellow one through. I thought they were looking for the blank, but now it's kind of hard to understand what they're actually going for. I think if you're looking for the blank, you should try and tap this yellow one out.
Yeah, this is the type of play the Latvians will be wanting, getting around one guard. They don't want to get too involved, but we're going to take a look over on sheet D. Scotland 7-1, top of the pile, taking on Italy. Diana Gaspari trying to move some granite, sitting at least 3 against. Comes down, that doesn't curl enough, and it will be a steal of 2 for Scotland. They lead 6-2 in that one.
甩吗？导演这边甩吧。
So that one from Latvia didn't come far enough. And
11秒。
China will be able to play the takeout. They're going really hard. Have they hung it on? They have. And I don't think we're too worried that that's rolled away off the centre line.
Okay.
Keeps things nice and clear. Latvia are just going to play the hit and roll off of this. I think I might just be tempted to come around and freeze, Sander. Do you not think so?
Yeah, certainly it's an easier way to place their stone. Hit and roll is a pretty tough shot here, especially considering the hits we've been seeing. Well,
I'll do that.
I'll actually find a decent spot for it. Just catches that first one a bit too thin, but makes contact and rolls on top of it.
They do make contact with the back yellow, but they do leave one in play.
China sitting 2 now though. Time to skip stones. Iveta Stasa looking to maybe play a hit and roll in front here. So, escape Iveta with the hit and roll here for Team Latvia. Playing some big weight here. But we'll just catch the high side and roll out. I certainly would have played that with some less weight and tried to maybe control the line with the sweepers. Should be easier to throw also. So Betty Wang with the intern draw here. Doesn't quite get a perfect line there. Not the perfect weight, but has left a double now, I think, for Iveta Stasa.
So China sitting 2. Latvia probably just going to have to bump the red top of the 8 foot, I think. Push it back and behind the corner. Is that the call?
I thought maybe they were going for the double here. I think that's the only call to make here. Just the question is if you're wanting to slash it or just play the nose hit. I think he played a nose hit. I think the jam on the back heel is probably not really on. You have to be pretty unlucky to make it. So hanging a bit wide here. And it's not going to make it. Leaves a draw for 2 for China. Yuang just play this draw. Now the last stone of the 7th end. He thought they were looking to blank, but certainly to score 2 here is also very good. Looks to be in control here. Maybe a tad heavy, but it will settle down nicely for 2. Yep. And a big 5 shots to 1 lead for Team China.
吓死我了，怎么不降速呢？这块是，这13秒6，然后俩胡滑都差那么多呀？行，挺好。
This is the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championship 2013. Our featured game is between China and Latvia. China looking quite strong for a win here against the host nation. A 4-point lead. And now Latvia has last stone in the 8th end.
等下 OK， 4区5区确保进来啊，点2线，加油！哦，可以了。
So again, some good lead play here from Yanshu, 96%. Just totally demolishing Monka at 5:59, close to 30% better. That's certainly where Lativa's problems starting. But this time, they are just tapping it up, so that's a better call, I think, and pretty well executed. Oh, over on sheet A, there's some big action going on. Canada and Switzerland at 2 each now. Just a bunch of stones everywhere. Rachel Homan with an intern draw. Not quite sure what the situation was. Just got so baffled by the whole scene. Looking close. Whatever they're doing here, maybe just tapping up their own red to make sure to score 2 here.
2.
And it will be 2. Nice shot by Rachel Homan. And it's a 4 shots to 2 game in favour of the Canadians.
Nice hit and roll in behind the corner. But I think, by looking at that one, I think you might be able to see it. Let's take a look at the stats. Big She trailing Yi by 62 to 70. So an 8% difference there.
Chung Yu. Well, the turn take here. Want him to roll towards the centre line. Won't quite do that. And I think Iveta just called a tap up here.
Sigmund, that's B.
Labi Cox. Labi Cox. Cox?
Ja. Cik tas bija 5? 4. 5.
So I think the corner freeze would have been a better call here, Sander, rather than the hit, and that's why. Chance for China to peel the corner guard, and now Latvia will be wishing they'd played the freeze.
Yeah, some big differences in numbers at thirds as well as leads. Liu just shooting 90%. Fantastic numbers. Surely out shooting Latvia's third player. Eva Krusta at 70%. And that's not really going to bump her towards 100.
So, chance for China to hit and roll away. Won't be too worried about hanging around. Don't want to leave a nice little pocket at the back here, though. That's what they've done. So, if Latvia could maybe just corner freeze this and angle it up so it would squeeze back onto them two reds, might get a chance of scoring two. Looking for a corner freeze. Nice attempt though, but not quite good enough. Catches the wrong side. China will probably just try and hit on the nose. Wang for China. Looks to have let that one go early, and this one's really curling hard. Supers are going hard on this one. Do enough. Latvia, no real option but to once again play a corner freeze and try and wait for a mistake. That mistake's not been coming. So they're looking at stats. Stasasuna at 51%. Really struggling in this game. Wang 72. Electing to play the hit and roll right across in front of the three red stones. And this one looking pretty good. But not quite far enough. Wang will have a nose hit to sit 4. This is relatively straightforward.
先以打掉为主。
This is exactly what
打定要
Team China were looking to do, is force Latvia into a single point. Oh, big mistake from Benjiang Wang. Drives that back onto the two reds. Anywhere on the high side, you're getting rid of that. And it's going to be a 12-foot draw for Latvia, and to get them a 2 and possibly right back into this game. So how's this one looking? Supers look happy with it. This one's going to cruise right down into the 4-foot, and they will pick up 2 shots here in the 8th end. They now trail 5-3 to China. Into the 9th end of the Titlis Glacier Mountain World Women's Curling Championships 2013 from the Volvo Sports Centre here in Riga, Latvia. China leading 5-3. Big mistake from Benjiang Wang, presenting Latvia a chance to get themselves back in the game with a 2 in the 8th end. So, once again, China employing the tactic of going to the open side. So, do get the 2 centre guards on, so reasonably good position. Maybe a little bit close though. So I might have been tempted to put this one right in on top of your own one out in the wing. If you draw this one into the middle, you're making it hard to peel. while they're deciding what to do, we'll take a look at Sweden, Russia. Sweden leading 6-3 over Anna Sidrova's Russian side. Can Maria Pritz come down and draw the forefoot for 2? She's got past the high one. How is the weight? Will it pull up in time? It will. It's a great shot. So a score of 2. They now lead 8-3 on sheet B.
Superb double peel by Quinn Chang Yu. Even rolls the shooter quite a bit away. Really nice.
So Latvia look to maybe protect that yellow stone, although they're not sitting shot. They only need to sit shot with second last stone. That one over curling, but I think they'll take the guard rather as the shot stone. So over in sheet D, Scotland sitting top of the pack this week so far. It is Eve Muirhead. He leads 6-3 over Italy.
Yeah, played a really nice shot to come around the guard and tap the Italian shot stone back. And can only imagine that Diana Gaspari missed somehow with her last one, because it's an open draw for 2 here. Looks like Gaspari wrecked on the guard, to be honest. And although a wee bit heavy, it will be 2 for Scotland.
If we were going to do that, we should have done it way up here.
So 8 shots to 3 for Eve Muirhead. Looking quite solid for another win over on sheet D. Back in our game. China's line shot stone. And Iveta lining up the double.
Yeah, a bit of a strange call. I'm not surprised they never kept the sweeping on. Tried to pick that one clean, but they let it catch the back red, and it's drove the yellow towards the corner red. So maybe a bit of miscommunication. And this one also a little high and offline. So will China elect to tidy things up? No, they're going to go around the guard. I think I might have been tempted to blow the guards off, but China thinking they can come around and apply a bit of pressure. And this one looking as if it's going to slip back of the forefoot, and that'll give Latvia a chance to come down and freeze. How's this one looking, Sander?
Pretty good, actually. Be nice to maybe curl the hair more, but China would preferably like to come to the inside of the yellow, and there is a centre guard in the way, so we'll see. Looks like Bin Yuang might just have called the nose hit here and try and sit on top of the Latvian stone. Or maybe just coming to the inside with some down weight. Okay, well, that's not too bad actually. Kind of forces Latvia to hit the outside, as we see. Final score between Sweden and Russia. Sweden looked very strong out there today, winning the game 10 shots to 3 after picking up a steal of 2 in the 8th end. Russia played so well earlier today, but just couldn't deal with the Swedes this evening.
Yeah, there's a chance for Latvia maybe to sit 3, albeit not in that threatening a position. Just looking at this one, I think they're just maybe going to tap it to the back of the forefoot, which is a good call. So, I think that's what they're going to call. They're just going to tap this into the back of the fort and try and create a little nest and wait for a mistake. So, what can Stasasuna do for Latvia? This needs to be in shot position.
Really curling Kenny, but doesn't find the worst spot maybe. Has left a pocket, as you have one stone to go. I'll make China think a bit here. Maybe not too much. So they're going to play a freeze on their own here.
Yeah, so they're coming beyond yellow, do you think, Sander?
Just trying to lock one on to their own red here. Right to the 1 foot.
So the line and weight really crucial in this one. Super standing off it. Looks pretty heavy and pretty high.
Coming down now though. Just line the biggest issue. Might not be too horrible there actually though. With that yellow in behind, it's hard to remove the red. If you play off that shot, just play my Binyuang and maybe slide down off the top yellow as well.
Die variants, kad es nereāli. Paņem, jā.
So, I think the coach interaction has been called.
Viņam vajadzētu šeit. Jā, viņam vajag šī te līnijā, jo viņa caur to vienkārši viņš būs tuvāk.
Probably the call would be
Viņam te nevajadzētu, viņam vajadzētu te apstāties, lai viņa sitotu tālāk un mums
bump the red to the side and just try and nestle in, maybe catch about an inch of the red, maybe even draw the port.
So coach Nicole Strausak will make it down to the ace. She has played for Switzerland
What do you think?
a couple of times. Actually has a silver from the World Championship, losing it to Canada in the final.
Just a little bit on the outside, we might make the double on the back one. But this one, the short
So certainly has some experience.
It will just roll this. 90? Šita te. Okay. Te krita uz āru, ja?
So hopefully you heard that.
Man vajag tikai pašu maliņu.
I think they're just going to come down at batting weight and try and come off the back of the yellow and down onto the button. Maybe catch around half stone.
I think that's a shot. Just,
it's dangerous.
But what else do you have though, Kenny?
You've got a battering weight to maybe come down and similar type shot, but then you leave things lying around. You do have a half stone slash, but that's difficult. You run the risk of sticking it.
Well, let's see here. Last stone for Iveta. Needs to catch the inside here, bounce off. Okay, so didn't quite play the shot I was expecting. Not actually quite sure what the shot was there in the end. And by the looks of it, it's a draw for two for Binyuang.
Yeah, you got to think if Binyuang makes this, it will be the close of the game.
So last on of the ninth end. Already a 2-point lead for China. Looking to double that with a score of 2 here. But Sweeper's kind of backing off it. Needs to come down this draw. Sweeper's maybe wanting to sweep it, just waiting for line. That's certainly no problem. What a shot. There we go. Sweeper friendly, draw for 2. And it will be a 7 shots to 3 game for China. And looks like the Latvians has had enough, not really too confident with scoring 4 in that last end to tie it up for the extra.
Yeah, so China pick up another win. They are beginning to hit form, but is it too late for them to make the playoffs? Seventh end, China-Latvia. China with a great chance to pick up 2. Ping Wang looking for the 4-foot. And it does drift to the 8-foot, but they will pick up 2. And would lead 5-1. Latvia already sitting 1, and a chance to get themselves back in the game and narrow the gap to just 2. Stasasuna leaves this one right down on to the button. Ninth end, Ping Wang already sitting 1, and our final stone would be an attempt to try and draw the 4. Supers just keeping this one clean, and the line was absolutely perfect, and it was a score of 2, and Latvia decide enough's enough. They went down 7-3 to China. Elsewhere, Canada 7-3 up on Switzerland, Sweden 10-3 winners over Russia, and Scotland leading 8-4 on Sheet D over Italy. Look at the standings, Sweden 8-1, Scotland could join them if they do beat Italy on 8-1. See China, 4 wins, 5 defeats, is it too late for them? And Latvia 0-9.
So another win against Latvia. Is there still a chance of playoffs?
I don't think so, but we try. We have 2 more games, so we just try everything. We hope we can all of them.
So you won the gold in 2009, even a bronze medal in just 2 years ago. What has changed within your team?
I think we are grow up, and maybe for this championship, so as a start, I think the tough. I think we are thinking too much and overthinking, thinking to the wrong way. But right now, I think we are. It's good. Yeah.
So you play Canada and Japan tomorrow. How do you rate those opponents?
I think right now we never thinking the end. We just try, and we hope we can win all of them. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So that's all from this evening's coverage. We've been watching China taking on Latvia. It was China who won 7-3. So from Sander and myself here in Riga, thanks for listening.